Hello, and welcome back to Pocket English Podcast. I am so happy you decided to press play today. We are going to talk about something that drives every English learner crazy. It is that feeling when your brain just freezes. You know what you want to say in your own language, but when you try to say it in English, you get stuck. You start translating every single word one by one like a machine.
Oh, I know that feeling perfectly. It is like I am doing mathematics in my head instead of speaking a language. I think, okay, I need the subject, then I need the verb, then I need the correct tense. By the time I figure out the sentence, the conversation is already over. It is exhausting.
Exactly. It is exhausting because you are treating English like a math problem. You are trying to add word plus word to build a sentence. But fluent speakers do not do that. We do not build sentences from scratch every time we open our mouths. We use chunks.
Chunks. I like that word. But tell us, what exactly is a chunk?
A chunk is a group of words that always go together. They are like a pre-made block. Instead of finding 5 separate little bricks to build a wall, you just grab one big block and put it down. It is much faster and it sounds much more natural. Today, we are going to stop your brain from acting like a calculator. We are going to learn 3 magic chunks that will help you speak faster and smoother immediately.
That sounds like exactly what I need. And for everyone listening, if you want to stop translating and start speaking naturally, make sure you subscribe to our channel right now. We make these lessons specifically for you, so you can learn English whenever you have a few spare minutes in your pocket.
So let's start with an example. I want everyone to listen to a very short story. I want you to listen to how my co-host talks about his weekend. Don't worry about the grammar rules. Just listen to the flow. Go ahead.
Okay, here goes. So I was planning to go to the beach on Saturday, but it started raining. I didn't know what to do. Then I decided to stay home and watch a movie. To be honest, it was actually really nice.
Perfect. Thank you. Now, did you hear that? It sounded smooth, right? He didn't sound like a robot. That is because he used chunks. He didn't say, I am planning to go. He said, I was planning to. That whole phrase came out as one single sound.
It's true. When I say it, I don't think about the word was or the word planning separately. In my head, I was planning to is just one big idea. It has one meaning.
Exactly. That is the secret. If you try to translate I was planning to from your native language, you might get the grammar wrong. You might say I planned to or I was planned to. But if you learn the chunk, you never make a grammar mistake because you learned the whole block together. So, are you ready to learn our first power chunk today?
I am ready. What is the first one?
The first chunk is for when you want to ask for something, but you want to be polite. A lot of students translate directly and say, I want to know if you are free. It is okay, but it sounds a little bit aggressive or demanding. The chunk you should use is, I was wondering if.
Oh, that is a classic. I was wondering if.
It sounds so friendly, and it is very friendly. And notice the grammar is actually quite difficult if you analyze it. I was wondering is past continuous, but you don't need to know that. You just need to know that I was wondering if means I want to ask you something politely.
So how do we use it? Can you give us some examples?
Sure. Imagine you want to ask a friend for help. Instead of saying, can you help me, which is a bit direct, you say, I was wondering if you could help me. Listen to the rhythm. Da, 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 da. I was wondering if.
I see. Or if I want to invite someone to coffee, I shouldn't say, do you want coffee? I could say, I was wondering if you wanted to get coffee.
Perfect. That makes you sound like a native speaker immediately. Let's practice this together. I am going to say the chunk, and I want you to repeat it out loud wherever you are, on the bus, in the car, or at home. Ready? I was wondering if.
I was wondering if.
Good. Now let's finish the sentence. I was wondering if you are free.
I was wondering if you are free.
See, you didn't have to think about the verb to be or the word order. You just used the block.
That feels much lighter on my brain. I don't have to stress about the individual words. Okay, what is the second chunk? I often get stuck when someone asks me a difficult question. I need time to think, but I don't want to just stand there in silence.
That is a very common problem. When you are silent, you feel panic, and when you panic, you go back to translating. So you need a buffer chunk, a chunk that buys you time. The best one for this is, if you ask me.
If you ask me, I like that. It tells the other person, hey, I am about to give you my opinion, but it also gives me 2 or 3 extra seconds to find my words.
Exactly. And it connects your opinion to the conversation smoothly. A robot says, I think football is good. A fluent speaker says, well, if you ask me, football is the best sport.
It flows much better. It feels like a bridge.
It is a bridge, and you can use it for almost any topic. If you ask me, this movie is boring. If you ask me, we should leave early. It stops you from starting every sentence with, I think.
I use I think way too much. It gets boring. So if you ask me is a great alternative.
Let's try it. I am going to ask you a question. I want you to start your answer with the chunk, if you ask me. Ready? Here is the question. What is the best way to learn English?
If you ask me, the best way is listening to podcasts like this one.
Good answer. And for our listeners, try it now. Say, if you ask me, English is fun.
If you ask me, English is fun.
Wonderful. You are doing great. We have one more chunk today. This one is for talking about the future.
Oh, the future tense is tricky. I will, I am going to, I shall. I always get confused about which one to pick.
That is why we are going to ignore the confusing rules for a moment and just use a very common, very natural chunk. When you talk about your weekend or your evening, just use I'm planning to.
I'm planning to. That is nice. It is specific. It means I have an intention, but maybe it isn't 100% fixed yet.
Right, and native speakers use this constantly. I'm planning to go to the gym. I'm planning to cook dinner. It is much more descriptive than just I will cook. And the best part, it rolls off the tongue. I'm planning to. It connects the M to the P. I'm planning to.
I can hear that connection. It sounds like one long word. I'm planning to.
Try saying it that way. Don't separate the words.
I'm planning to. I'm planning to visit my parents.
Perfect. So, listeners, think about your evening tonight. What are you going to do? Don't translate, just grab the block. Say, I'm planning to, and finish the sentence.
I'm planning to relax.
I'm planning to read a book. See how easy that is? You are speaking English, you are using complex grammar, but you aren't doing any math. You are just using the chunks.
This really changes how I look at sentences. I feel like I can just snap these blocks together. If you ask me, I'm planning to learn more chunks.
That was a perfect combination, and that is the goal. When you stop looking at English as a list of millions of isolated words and start seeing it as a collection of useful chunks, you stop translating. Your brain relaxes. You can listen to the meaning, not just the vocabulary.
So here's our challenge for you today. For the rest of the day, whenever you listen to English, maybe in a movie, a song, or another video, try to spot a chunk. Don't listen for the word the or cat. Listen for I was wondering if or I'm planning to.
If you catch just one of these chunks in the real world today, you win. That is your homework. And if you want to keep building your collection of chunks so you can handle any situation, morning, noon, or night, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the Pocket English Podcast.
We have so many more pocket-sized lessons coming for you. We want to help you feel confident and calm when you speak.
Thank you so much for spending these few minutes with us. Remember, you don't need to be perfect, you just need to practice one pocket-sized piece at a time. See you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone. Keep practicing.